I'm Thomas Henson with thomashenson.com, and today is another episode of Big Data, Big Questions. Today's question is maybe a little bit controversial, but it's, is big data killing the enterprise data warehouse? Let's find out. So, is the death of the enterprise data warehouse coming all because of big data? The simple answer is, in the short term to medium term, no, but it really is hampering the growth of those enterprise traditional data warehouses, right? And part of the reason is the deluge of all this unstructured data. So 80% of all the data in the data center and in the world is all unstructured data. And if you think about enterprise data warehouses, they're very structured. And they're very structured because they need to be fast, right? So they support our applications and they support our dashboards. But when it comes to trying to analyze that data and trying to get that unstructured data into a structured version, it really starts to blow up your storage requirements on your enterprise data warehouse. And so part of the reason that the enterprise data warehouse growth is slow is because of 70% of that data that's in those enterprise data warehouses is all really cold data. So really, only 30% of the data in your enterprise data warehouse is what's used. And normally that's your newest data. So that cold data is sitting there on some of your premium fast storage, taking up that space that has your licensing fees for your enterprise data warehouse, and also the premium storage and premium hardware that it's sitting on. Then couple that with the fact that we talked about 80% of all new data that's coming in and data that's created in the world is all unstructured data, right? So think of data from Facebook, any kind of social media platforms, but video and log files and some of your semi-structured data that's coming off of your Fitbit or any kind of those IoT or any of the new emerging technologies. And so all this data, if you're trying to pack it into your enterprise data warehouse, it's just going to explode that license fee and then also that hardware, and then you don't even know if this data has any value to it too. And that's where big data and Hadoop and Spark and that whole ecosystem comes in, because we can store that data that's unstructured on low-cost storage and be able to analyze that data before we need to, put it into a dashboard or some kind of application that's supporting it. So in the long term, I think that the enterprise data warehouse will start to sunset, and we're starting to see that right now. But for the immediate term, still you're seeing a lot of people doing enterprise data warehouse offloads. So they're taking some of that 70% of that cold data, they're transferring it into their Hadoop environment to save on cost and to save on that license fee, but also to marry that with this new data, this new unstructured data that's coming in from, whether it be from sensors, social media, or anywhere in the world. And they're marrying that data to see if they can pull any insights from it. Then once they have insights, depending on the workload, sometimes they're pushing it back up to the enterprise data warehouse. And sometimes they're using some of the newer projects to actually use their Hadoop environment and their, big data architecture to support those production, type enterprise data warehouse applications. So that's all we have for today. If you have any questions, make sure you submit them to Big Data, Big Questions. You can do that in the comments below, or you can do it on my website, thomashenson.com. Thanks, and I'll see you again next time.